you know, if you are a baseball fan, having that stadium right there is going to be incredible. You have access to this lake all around. There are tons of parks around. The fifth con that I wanted to bring up kind of goes along with that. And the fifth con is this is what Knoxville, Tennessee is all about. You got the riverfront, all the green trees, you got the Smoky Mountains just about 30 minutes over this way, thriving downtown, right up here, right next to the riverfront. If you're thinking about buying a home in Knoxville, Tennessee, or you just want to know what this town has to offer, this video is for you. I'm going to show you around downtown, show you some of the neighborhoods, show you the lake and just the natural beauty, what there is to do in Knoxville. So if that's what you're here for, stay tuned. Let's go check it out. So this is the Knoxville waterfront, the Tennessee River right out here. And then you've got downtown just right through these trees. So downtown sits essentially right on the river, and there's a few good restaurants along through here. You've got the riverboat that you can take out for events. They do dinner cruises and things like that. And then you've got Calhoun's, which is a restaurant right on the river down here. That is a Knoxville staple, great barbecue restaurant. There are several other Calhoun's. They're known for being on the river, so there's several other lakes around the Knoxville area, other Calhoun's, but that's a great place. There's a Ruth's Chris Steakhouse right up here, right on the river as well. And then marina that sits right here next to downtown. So, you know, Knoxville sits right on the Tennessee River, which is super nice. I'm going to talk about 5 pros and 5 cons of living in Knoxville throughout this video. But this brings up the first con for me that I wanted to mention, in that Knoxville, literally downtown, is right here. So you can see some of the high rises right through there. It sits all along this river, but Knoxville has not done a good job of utilizing the riverfront. So I mentioned you have the Calhoun's and the Ruth's Chris right along here and the riverboat. So there are a couple of restaurants through here, but really Knoxville has not done a great job of utilizing the riverfront. But there is an exciting development coming right down through here next to where Neyland Stadium is. There's going to be an entertainment and shopping and restaurant district coming in the next few years. So that's super exciting. I'll show you where that's coming here in a few minutes. But I'm going to get into the pros and cons, show you the neighborhoods, what you can get for your money. But first, let's check out the downtown. This is Market Square. This is kind of the center of downtown, and it's one of the main hangout spots. They do farmers markets, they do live music series, and then it's just lined with a bunch of shops and restaurants. So this is like, you know, one of the ideal type places to come down for a date. In the winter, like during Christmas time, they have an ice skating rink set up outdoors here. So really just a great place to come and hang out. And then this is Gay Street out here. This is one of the other main streets, and just got a ton of more shops and restaurants. So that brings me to my first pro for Knoxville, and that is that the downtown has a ton to do, a ton of really great restaurants, a ton of shops. And so for a city of this size, population of Knoxville is about 190,000. The metro is about 900,000. So it's not really a huge city, not a huge metro, but there's a ton to do in this downtown. So that's my number one pro of Knoxville, is just the downtown area. You know, you came down here 20 years or so ago, and there was really hardly anything here. There were a ton of vacant storefronts. There were a couple of restaurants, but not much. But the city has really worked to revitalize it. So you come down here now, and there's absolutely everything that you could want in a downtown. So that's my number one pro of Knoxville, just the thriving downtown. And, you know, there's music, there are great restaurants, there are, the farmer's market. And so really something for everybody. So if you love the downtown scene, but you don't want to be in a huge city like Nashville or Atlanta, Knoxville is a great option. This area back through here is called the Old City, and the part of downtown where we just were is just about half a mile up that way. And there's a lot of development that's going on down here. In particular, if you look right on the other side of this bridge, there is a new multi-use baseball stadium coming. So there's a minor league team called the Knoxville Smokies. Currently their stadium is about 20 miles, or about 20 minutes outside from downtown. But working with the city and some investors, they are developing a stadium for the baseball team right here. It's gonna have condos, it's gonna have restaurants. So it's gonna be a residential area. It's gonna be more than just a baseball stadium, you know, with the restaurants and everything that is gonna come into there. So that's a super exciting development. I mean, there's already good restaurants. There's a restaurant right here behind me called Barley's Pizza. They've got great pizza. But, you know, if you are a baseball fan, having that stadium right there is going to be incredible. Really just a testament to what Knoxville is trying to accomplish overall. You know, it's a growing area, one of the top relocation markets in the entire country. As we go through the video, I'm going to get into some more of the pros on why that is. But, you know, just a testament to what the city's doing, trying to bring more venues to the downtown area, just trying to increase the livability and the activities that you have access to here in downtown. The second pro I wanted to talk about is the natural beauty in Tennessee, and in East Tennessee in particular, where Knoxville is. So this is just one of the neighborhoods in Knoxville called Sequoia Hills. And just the trees, the green landscaping, the rolling hills, just give it a really beautiful look, a really nice feel. And I'm going to take you and show you the lake as well. So the lake is actually right out here, but I'll give you some better views of that. And so the lake is a big aspect of the natural beauty that I'm talking about. But then when you get in these neighborhoods, just having the trees and all the green gives it a really nice look. So you also have the Smoky Mountains just about 30 minutes out this way, which is, you know, obviously one of the most popular national parks in the country. And you're just a 30-minute drive to get to the foothills of that. So the natural beauty is just the second pro that I wanted to talk about. And by the way, these pros and cons that I'm talking about, they are, you know, my own experience and what I like and don't like about this particular area. But it's also what we're hearing from our clients. So it's not just my opinion. These are the things that we're hearing from our clients. So I know they're important to a lot of people. And I know that the natural beauty is one of the main things that people are looking for when moving to East Tennessee. By the way, if this is your first time on this channel, my name is Forrest McCullough. I'm a real estate agent in East Tennessee. If you're thinking about buying a home in the Knoxville area or somewhere else in Tennessee, and you want a real estate team that's going to have your back, feel free to shoot us a text, give us a call, or send us an email. We get calls and texts from people just like you every single day, and we absolutely love it. So, you know, whether you're thinking about making a move next week or next year, feel free to reach out. Happy to help you find a home if you're ready for that process. But if maybe you just got some questions, you're thinking about moving to the area, you want to know a little more about it, feel free to reach out. We'd love to connect, love to answer any of those questions you might have. Make sure you write down this number that's on the screen, or there are other ways to contact us in the description below, email, or you can even book a Zoom call. So check the description below for those other ways and make sure that you write down our contact information. And again, feel free to reach out, even if you just got questions, or especially if you're ready to start talking about the process of buying a home in Tennessee. So a little bit more about Sequoia Hills specifically. This is a really large neighborhood, and it's one of the more historic neighborhoods in Knoxville. So it's just west of downtown. You know, downtown is just sitting right over here, just a few minutes away. And this neighborhood is really unique in that it has a ton of really high-end luxury homes, and it's also got some more starter type homes, 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom. It's even got some condos that start in the price range of around $250,000. So this offers a really unique opportunity to get in a community that's close to downtown, that is really, really nice. It's got this incredible walking trail that goes through along the boulevard. They're currently repaving the road, so they got some equipment here. But this walking trail runs along through here. It runs along the river, and there's a park that runs all the way along the river through here as well. So you can get homes in here literally anywhere from 250,000 up to the multi-millions. So they're all, for the most part, renovated. A lot of them are renovated anyways. You know, it is a more historic neighborhood, so some of these homes are older. But what you get with that, you get these really big lots, you get a lot of mature trees, and it's just absolutely beautiful in here. So Sequoia Hills is really one of the more desirable neighborhoods to get in. It can be difficult to find homes that are listed on the market. I mean, they go really quick. So if you are looking for a neighborhood like this with the older homes, mature trees, closer to downtown, make sure you go ahead and reach out to us so we can put a plan in place to get you in one of these homes, because it's not like you're going to be able to come in here and find one immediately for sale, because currently I believe there's one home listed in here and they just sell really quick. So if this is the kind of neighborhood you're looking at, reach out to us so we can put a plan in place for that. But this is just more example of the natural beauty of East Tennessee. Homes in here, again, starting in the $250,000 range for those condos. I'll show you some of the new neighborhoods as well and take you to some of these shopping areas. Really try to give you a good idea for what all your options are in the Knoxville market. So let's go check it out. Knoxville has really 3 different types of shopping areas. So downtown is one of them. Obviously, you've got more of the boutique type feel in the downtown shopping. This is the other type of shopping area, and this runs all along Kingston Pike here in Bearden. Sequoia Hills, the neighborhood we were just in, is just across Kingston Pike there, which is the road that runs through. And then the third type of shopping, of course, is the newer developments, the Turkey Creek out in Farragut, I'll show that to you, and the shopping mall. But this type of area right here, you have a lot of the newer stores. You have an Orvis outlet right up here. And then just to give you an idea of the type of stores that are along Kingston Pike back through here, you have a Lululemon, you have an Anthropologie, you have a store called MS McClellan, which is a high-end men's clothing store. So you have some of these nice boutique clothing stores. You have the well-known stores like Lululemon. And then this right back here is Fresh Market. It's a great health food grocery store, pretty big chain, so you're probably familiar with that. There's a Whole Foods that's further down Kingston Pike here. So this is another one of the shopping areas. And if you live in Sequoia Hills, then you're going to be super convenient to all this. As you get further out west, then you get closer to these newer shopping centers, which are, you know, really big and have a lot of great shopping. It's just a different feel than what you have through here. So let's go check those out as well. As you get further out west, this is what a lot of the newer neighborhoods look like. And this obviously is pretty high-end neighborhood. These are going to be over $1 million, but you know, this is what some of the newer higher-end neighborhoods look like. And as you get out west is kind of where the development has moved over the last few decades. So kind of further west you get, the newer the homes are. So if you're looking for a brand new home, most of the new communities are west of downtown in really what's known as West Knoxville, which is actually where I am right now. And this is what you get with a lot of these brand new communities. This is a pretty nice one, all brick homes, and what you can expect for price, anywhere from around 600 up to around 900,000 for homes like these. Obviously, one of the things to notice in these brand new neighborhoods is there are really no mature trees. Lot sizes are a lot smaller than in, for example, Sequoia Hills. So super nice homes, but if you're looking for those larger lots, then going with one of those established neighborhoods is probably the way to go. But as you get out into where this new development is, this is more of a suburban feel. And I'm going to take you here in a few minutes and show you some of these downtown neighborhoods that are more historic, if that's what you're looking for. But out here in these new developments, this is kind of what they look like and what you can expect with most of them. This is Westtown Mall, and really just your typical indoor shopping mall, although it is a pretty nice one. You've got a Dick's House of Sports here, which is one of the new stores in here. Really nice Dick's Sporting Goods store. And you've got a Cinnabar, new movie theater here, which is, if you're not familiar with Cinnabar, they've got reclining seats and they serve dinner, which is really what sets them apart You don't have to order dinner, but if you want to, they've got a full service restaurant. You can literally order dinner. They'll bring it to you in your seat, order drinks, whatever you want, and sit there and watch the movie while you eat your dinner. So pretty nice shopping mall, but it's been really revamped in the last few years. And so there's a lot of new stores, new movie theater. But one of the cons of Knoxville that I wanted to mention that has to do with a lot of the new development. This isn't a new mall, but it's been redeveloped recently. And then Turkey Creek is a fairly recent development in the last 20 years or so. Huge shopping center that's just a little bit further west of here. And then all those new neighborhoods that are developed right here in the West Knoxville area. And the con that comes along with that I wanted to mention is traffic. Now, if you're coming from a major city, if you're coming from LA or New York City or Chicago, you're not going to think that the traffic here is bad. But compared to what it was 5-10 years ago, in Knoxville, the traffic has gotten pretty bad. So the interstate runs through out here, and just with all the new development, all the new neighborhoods, all the shopping, all the activities there are to do out here in this area, the traffic can get pretty bad. You look at this parking lot, it's just the middle of the day on a weekday, so there's not a ton of people at the mall. But on a weekend or evenings, this parking lot is absolutely full, and there's just traffic that comes along with that. So just to give you a little context, if you live out here and your commute without traffic is 15 minutes, the traffic may only add about 5 to 10 minutes. So really not too bad, but that is definitely one of the cons that I wanted to mention. So this is Turkey Creek, and this is really the largest shopping area in all of East Tennessee, and it's right here in Knoxville. It has literally everything you could need. So that brings me to my third pro of living in Knoxville, which is the shopping. So for the size of the city that Knoxville is, it has a ton of shopping options, everything you could possibly need. It's even got a Costco, which is just on the other side of Turkey Creek over here, that came to the area a few years ago. So everything you can need as far as shopping for the size of the city. Metro population only around 900,000. It's really doing pretty well on that front. So that's the third pro, just everything you have access to here in Knoxville as far as shopping goes. Pro number 2 was the natural beauty, and the lakes are a huge part of that. So this is Fort Loudon Lake, and this one is right here in Knoxville. There are several other lakes that are just within about 30 minutes of Knoxville, and they're really just all around. That's part of what you get in East Tennessee. And this one, you can, obviously, if you live in Knoxville, you can be super close to it. If you want to buy a lake home or a lot on the lake, you can. There are tons of communities right on the lake. But just to give you an idea, a lot on this lake is going to be probably 500 to 700,000, and the homes obviously are going to be expensive as well. But the good thing is, if you don't want to spend your hard-earned money on that, you have access to this lake all around. There are tons of parks around that are on the lake. There are tons of boat launches, like the one behind me here, if you want to have a boat and take it to the boat launch. There are marinas where you can keep your boat. So you can enjoy the lakes here. You don't have to own a lot right on the lake. And then the other aspect of the natural beauty, other than the trees, which I've pointed out in the neighborhoods already, the mountains that are just about 30 minutes this way to get to the foothills. To get to the Smoky Mountain National Park, you're going to be going about 45 minutes. But just to get up in the foothills, just a short drive. And so those two things, the lakes and the mountains, are two of the things. Like I mentioned, these pros are what we're hearing from our clients, not just our opinion. And these are two of the major reasons why people are moving to Knoxville and East Tennessee in general, to be around these lakes and these mountains. If you want to be in a brand new home, this neighborhood is a great option called the Heritage at Bluegrass. It's literally a brand new development. These are the only completed homes here at the very top, and they've got a couple more under construction. But then all the way out here, these are lots that are available. So some really nice home sites in here with a nice view out over this valley as it sits up on this hill. But these are semi-custom homes, so you can purchase these under construction, make some modifications as you want. These homes are going to be in the 7, 8, 900,000s, but great location with highly rated schools. So if you're looking for that new construction, this neighborhood is a great option. Now it's going to take a few months to get in one of these as they are under construction. There's actually one for sale right now that's almost complete, this one right here. So this one is for sale, would be move-in ready in about 30 days, but most of these are already sold, and what you would be looking at is purchasing one of these down here that is under construction, or even just purchasing a lot and having them build one for you. But great option if you are looking for that brand new home. By the way, I'm going to take you to some of the more historic areas if you're looking for an older home and show you those. So stick around just for a few more minutes and I will show you those. But I want to point out again that most of the new construction in the Knoxville area is in the west part of Knox County, where this is, and then even further west. The areas out there are called Farragut, which is a town on the west side of Knox County, and Hardin Valley, which is just an unincorporated community on the far side of West Knox County. And those communities both have a lot going for them. They are really hot spots for development. So if you're looking for that newer suburb type feel, check out the videos in the links in the description below, especially the full tours of Hardin Valley and Farragut, to check out some areas that you may be interested in. I'll also link some videos on specific neighborhoods so you can check those out. And that'll really give you a better idea for what you can find as far as more new development and more areas out here in West Knox County. But let's go check out some of the other areas close to downtown. So one of the big characteristics of Knoxville is the University of Tennessee. So Knoxville is a college town, and this is the university right across the river here, and it's super close to downtown. So this is downtown right over this direction, university right here. This is Neyland Stadium, so this is the football stadium. The University of Tennessee has a great football program, and it is a big cultural factor here in Knoxville. I mean, game days are huge. So if you're a sports fan, coming down here for football games is a ton of fun. Even if you're not a Tennessee fan, you would enjoy it. So football season is just around the corner. It is August right now, and fall is just around the corner with football season, which brings me to pro number 4, which is that Knoxville has all 4 seasons, and we get calls from people all the time from southern states where it's really hot in the summer and you don't really get a winter. And one thing they really like about Tennessee is you get all 4 seasons. So that's pro number 4. The con that goes along with that is you do get some really hot days and some really cold days. So the humidity in Tennessee make the extreme temperatures feel even more extreme. So you'll have a handful of days in the summer in the mid 90s. You'll have a handful of days in the winter in the 20s. And it just makes those temperatures feel extreme because of the humidity. So the pro is you get all 4 seasons. The con is that it comes along with some extreme temperatures, really only for a handful of days though. So it's really not too bad. And this is also where that new waterfront district that I mentioned a little while ago is going. It's going right here next to where Neyland Stadium is going to be. So this is just going to be a whole entertainment area that's going to bring a lot more to do on the waterfront in Knoxville. You know, I mentioned one of the downsides is Knoxville hasn't utilized the waterfront super well, but they are changing that with this new district coming in here. This old train bridge right here is supposed to be converted into a walking bridge that takes you across the river here, and you have all kinds of apartments already over here. There's a lot of area just on this side that has not really been revitalized. There's a lot of older areas, and so, you know, if you are an investor maybe looking into what area to invest in Knoxville, you do have that development and this walking bridge that's supposed to be coming across here, and then a lot of area with opportunity to be revitalized over on this side could be a good potential for investment. But, you know, this is just an exciting area of new growth on the waterfront here in Knoxville. Pro number 5 for living in Knoxville is there are a ton of outdoor activities to do. So this is just one example. This is a world-class mountain bike trail system here behind me. And this was put in a few years ago. The city got a grant and really came in and put in this incredible mountain bike trail system. So this is just one section of it. And then there are miles and miles of trails that go back through these woods here. So those trails are kept up by the city and by other organizations, but anybody can come out and use them. So the outdoor activities are huge here. Of course, the lakes are a big thing to do outdoors. The mountains really close by. So pro number 5 is just a ton of outdoor activities available in Knoxville and in the East Tennessee area. One of the other cons that I wanted to mention, so con number 4, we've got all 5 pros and here's con number 4, and then we'll have one more con at the end. But con number 4 is the Knoxville airport is a really small airport. So there's a ton to do in Knoxville, outdoor activities, the national park, the shopping, the downtown activities. But if you love to travel, if you love to see new things and you want even more to do, getting anywhere from the Knoxville airport can be a little bit difficult. There are direct flights to a lot of the large metros, but for a lot of your destinations, you're going to be having to connect through Atlanta, and it just adds some extra time. The flights out of Knoxville can be more expensive. So con number 4 is the small airport. On the flip side of that though, if there is a direct flight to where you're looking to go, it's really easy to get through the Knoxville airport. If you got an 8 a.m. flight, honestly, you don't need to get there before like 7:30. I mean, to be safe, you probably want to get there earlier, but you can get through really quick. There's usually not any lines. But, you know, that is, on the flip side, there is a little bit of a pro there. But in most cases, and what we hear from some of our clients is that they want to be able to travel more. And so it is a little bit of a con having that smaller airport. But if that's not important to you, then not as big of a deal. It is just something to keep in mind. If you're looking for an older neighborhood with that historic character and charm, then some of these neighborhoods that are closer to downtown, like Park Ridge here, really offer that. And a lot of these homes have been renovated really nicely. A lot of them in here still have not been renovated. So again, if you're an investor looking for that investment opportunity, an area like this could be a good place to look. It's close to downtown, so downtown's just a couple minutes over this way. And a lot of these homes, like I said, really nicely renovated, have a ton of character, and you get that more of that urban feel compared to West Knoxville, where we've been. So West Knoxville has more of the suburban feel. You get more of the urban feel here and all that historic character and charm. Another neighborhood that really offers that historic character and charm is 4th and Gill. And this neighborhood, again, is just a few minutes away from downtown. Downtown is going to be probably about a 15-minute walk over this way, or just a couple minutes if you hop in the car and drive. But you get these great old homes. A lot of them have been restored, really nicely restored area. But a lot of people that love this type of area are looking for a more urban setting. And you know, this does offer it for sure. It's close to downtown. And the other thing about it is there are a lot of coffee shops and breweries and restaurants that are even closer than downtown. So Central, which is the main road that runs back through here just behind these homes, has a lot of those things along it. You know, the coffee shops and breweries, a lot of those are going to be up here. Just up this road here, there's a great coffee shop called K-Brew. And, you know, if you lived here, just be a couple minutes to walk up there. And then there's going to be some breweries and restaurants that are within walking distance as well. So, you know, I know that's what a lot of people that want to be in this more urban, older downtown type area are looking for. So you can definitely get that here. The fifth con that I wanted to bring up kind of goes along with that. And the fifth con is that there is not much public transportation in Knoxville. So there is a bus system that you can take. You know, you could get out here to the bus stop and take it towards downtown or out towards West Knoxville, but it's really not that usable of a public transportation system. Most people do not use the bus system in Knoxville. Most people drive, and that's just the size of the city it is. It's more of a driving city. It's not that huge of a deal because the traffic isn't too bad. But if you are looking for that lifestyle where you don't even have to own a car, you want to be close to downtown and you want to be able to take public transportation everywhere, can be a little bit difficult because, for example, if you live somewhere like here, you could get to downtown, you could get to these coffee shops and restaurants, but there's not really a good grocery store close to here. And, you know, you may have trouble getting to the type of grocery store you want on public transportation. So just something to keep in mind. Knoxville definitely is a driving city. So that's con number 5, is that the public transportation is a little bit lackluster. But again, great community here in 4th and Gill with these historic homes. So if that's what you're looking for, there is this, and there's Park Ridge, a couple other similar neighborhoods. If that's what you're looking for and you want a real estate team that's going to have your back, we'd be happy to help you out with it. You know, any questions that you have about it, even if you're not ready to make a move, feel free to reach out to us. Hopefully this video has helped give you an idea for what Knoxville is all about, whether it be a good fit for you and your family. If this is your first time on this channel, or if you're not a subscriber and you want to keep track of everything that's going on in Tennessee, including Knoxville and other cities around Tennessee, tap the subscribe button, hit the bell for notification, so you'll be the first to learn about the market and everything going on in Tennessee. Again, hopefully this has helped you out. If you've got any questions for us, feel free to shoot us a text, give us a call, or send us an email. All our contact information is in the description below. Make sure you write that down for reference. If you're thinking about buying a home here and you want a real estate team that's going to have your back, reach out to us. We'd be happy to help you out. Or even if you just have questions about the area and you want to talk to somebody that can just help you understand more about the area, feel free to reach out and we would be happy to answer those questions. If you live in Knoxville or if you've been in Knoxville before, let us know what you think of it in the comments. Love to hear from people that live in the city or have been here, what you think of it. As you can see, I'm starting to get sweaty. It is hot out here. As I mentioned, it does get really hot on certain days. I think this is probably gonna end up being one of the hottest days of the year, in the mid 90s and just humid. So it's getting hot out here. I'm gonna get back inside. Appreciate you watching the video, and I will see you on the next one.